But
is that your go-to?
No, it's not my go-to because a lot of people can't afford it. These Bosch units, it's called an IDS-II. They're probably twice as expensive as a really good other unit.
So they're more expensive, twice as expensive as like your Lennoxes or your Trains or whatever.
Yeah, they're more expensive than my mid-level. They're about twice as expensive as my mid-level Lennox. And my mid-level Lennox is probably, I'm going to say, one of my more expensive and try to twist somebody's arm to get to. Most of the people use the entry-level Lennox, which are beautiful units. Lennox doesn't make a contractor-grade piece of equipment, so their lower-end unit is mid-grade to a lot of the other manufacturers. And just because, and I come across this so many times, I go out to a customer's house, air conditioning's not working, heat's not working. I have a Carrier. Okay, great, you got a Carrier. That's like saying to me you have a GM. You have a Carrier, but it's a Geo Metro model. It's not the Cadillac. You bought the bottom of the barrel of the Carrier line. You bought the bottom of the barrel of the Train line. We don't have a contractor unit. It's more of a mid-grade, more like a Buick. It's just.
What's the difference between those?
Excuse me?
How do you know?
What is the difference between the levels in, say, Lennox? Just throw it out there. Lennox, what's the difference? Is it thicker material? Is it more?
Most of the metals are the same. And start getting into the better units at Lennox. They have sound isolation jackets on the compressors so you don't hear them. You go into a higher, better blower motors. They're bearing motors instead of sleeved motors. A sleeve, they just have a metal rod that goes through basically a piece of metal. Otherwise, other ones use ball bearings. They do last longer. A lot of the entry-level Lennoxes, the motors are what we call constant torque. They have 5 different speeds. It is the new DC voltage motors. When you get into the better ones, they're variable speeds. The RPMs in a motor can change within 10 RPMs. So it's just infinite amount of speeds that the motors can go to. Just insulation, different sound insulations on the inside the blower cabinets to try to make the units quieter. Electronics just become crazy on some of these higher end units, and you got to really watch. Now all of these higher end air conditioners, the condensers outside, they want surge suppressors on these things. Not so much on the mid-grade ones, but on these really high-end ones. If you don't put a surge suppressor, you get a lightning strike, power surge, 10 miles, no, a couple miles down the road, we've seen these control boards just fry. They're so sensitive of what they read. A little bit of static discharge, they're gone. So do I agree with these higher end stuff? Normally not really. Mid to upper grade, I've changed my tune over the years. I used to say I hate this stuff because there's so much that can go wrong with them. Now you almost don't have a choice, but I still try to stay away from the really, really high end stuff because there's just so many different codes.